1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister will hold meetings with the world leaders and heads of organizations on the sidelines of 77th UNGA session in New York today. Foreign Minister has called for a Green Marshall Plan to assist and support the climate vulnerable countries. Indian Muslim group Popular Front has condemned raids, unjust arrests, harassment and witch hunting of Muslims by Indian authorities. The second T20 international match between Pakistan and England will be played at National Stadium, Karachi today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will hold several meetings with the world leaders and heads of organizations on the sidelines of 77th UNGA session in New York today. Prime Minister will hold bilateral meetings with Prime Minister of Belgium, Alexander De Croo, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, and Prime Minister of Malaysia, Ismail Sabri Yaqoob. Before leaving for the United Nations headquarters, Bill Gates, the co-founder of Melinda Bill Gates, will call on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The Prime Minister will have a meeting with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres at the UN headquarters. Shehbaz Sharif will visit the photo exhibition on floods in Pakistan organized at the UN Secretariat lobby by Pakistan's mission in New York. Later, the Prime Minister will be interviewed by Ms. Edith Lederer of the Associated Press, APTV. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has emphasized that the support of the international community is crucial to help the country respond effectively to climate catastrophe and to recover and rebuild in a sustainable manner. He said this while talking to the President of UN General Assembly, Skasaba Korosi, on the sidelines of the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Emphasizing the importance of a comprehensive reform of the UN Security Council, the Prime Minister underscored the need for continuing transparent, consultative, and constructive intergovernmental negotiations which would respond to the positions and expectations of all member states. Speaking on the occasion, Kasaba Korosi expressed his complete sympathy, solidarity, and cooperation with Pakistan in wake of flood in the country. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has called for a Green Marshall Plan to assist and support countries vulnerable to climate change. Addressing a closed-door leaders' roundtable on COP27 in New York, he highlighted the devastation caused by the recent climate-induced floods in Pakistan. He noted that the loss to the economy was expected to run over $30 billion. The Foreign Minister stressed the need for collective and urgent action to build back better in a greener and climate-resilient manner. Talking to his Hungarian counterpart, Peter Szijjáró, on the sidelines of the 77th session of the UN General Assembly in New York, Foreign Minister said Hungary can take advantage of investor-friendly climate in Pakistan and enter into joint ventures with Pakistani companies, especially in special economic zones. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari emphasized for enhancing bilateral trade and economic relations between the two countries. Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Hina Rabbani Kar has said Pakistan attaches importance to the promotion and protection of the rights of minorities. Talking to the US Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Rashad Hussain, who called on her in New York, she said the Parliament of Pakistan takes the protection of human rights of all citizens, including minorities, very seriously. Indian Muslim group Popular Front has condemned raids, unjust arrests, harassment and witch hunting of Muslims by the National Investigation Agency across the country. The group said during major crackdown and raids, over 100 of its members and supporters have been illegally detained. The group secretary and vice president Nasiruddin said the raids were aimed at suppressing Muslim groups, but Popular Front will not compromise on its principles and will continue to expose the high-handedness of Indian agencies. Saudi Arabia has brokered prisoners exchange deal between Russia and Ukraine, paving the way for release of 300 prisoners of war. Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had been in direct contact with the Kremlin and Ukraine as part of the mediation efforts for the release of the prisoners. The second T20 international match between Pakistan and England will be played at National Stadium, Karachi today. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. England leads the 7-match series 1-0. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News official.